Now we're going to continue by removing the bar that's here at the top. So we're going to remove this bar that goes up at an angle and all the bars that come straight down from it. So we've got 3 bars to remove there. So here's some things that we need to consider. It's actually our brush width, and then a little bit more dedicated thinking about where the placement of our original point is. So let's take a look at just removing the horizontal stuff first. In order to do this, I'm going to zoom up a little bit, and I'm going to adjust the size of my stroke, or the size of my brush, by using the square bracket tools. And you can also see the same thing is up here. You'll notice as I'm clicking on the square brackets that those numbers automatically change, or I can go and choose the number that I want exactly. So 12 pixels, that's what 12 pixels looks like. So I'm going to make it, I'm going to make it smaller. There's 8 pixels. And that way I'm not going to be going to the other side of it. Now to use it here, I'm going to make sure that I define a point and then I go straight across along the same angle, so that I'm really making sure that I get rid of the pixels so that I get the straight line across when I'm done. Then we'd have to continue down here, define our point, and it's really helpful when we get to see, right now in Photoshop CS5, we get to see kind of what it would look like when we actually use this tool. So it really helps. Here we might have to define a couple points to get that angle of the trees. So you can see that we've kind of fixed the angle of the trees there. Then we'd have to come in here and fix the sky. Oops, I went a little bit too far, you can tell. Sometimes it's helpful to be a little bit further away. But see, it's not a lot of big grand strokes when you're using this tool. So anyway, I've gotten rid of that. And so you'd want to do the same going vertically over here and over on this edge as well to fix that, so that we remove that line altogether. And when you're done, go ahead and file, save your work, and you can save over the original image because you'll be turning everything in. And that will be the end of that tutorial. I am not going to save because I haven't really made any changes, but actually I'll go ahead and save. So I'll just hit save and OK. The compression doesn't really matter. You'll still see the results. Anyway, I wanted to point out that this tool exists in pretty much all the editors out there, even the online editors such as Pixlr. So I'll open up a blank image, and if you look over here to the left, there is the clone stamp tool, and I define a point by control clicking and then drawing with it. In Aviary we have the image editor, Phoenix. And if you look over here, there's a clone stamp tool somewhere, I'm sure. That's the paint bucket smudge tool. Let's see what else we have. Color replacement tool. So they might be a little bit different in this particular tool, so maybe not as easy to edit images in Aviary's tool. Sumo Paint, let's see what they have there. If we look over on the left, we have paint bucket tool. There it is, the clone stamp tool. So we define an area and then use it. And I would have to look into exactly how this software works to clone, but you'll notice that that tool exists in a lot of different pieces of software. So that's pretty much it for old style cloning. We're going to look at some new style cloning in the next tutorial, which will make stuff like this much, much faster.